Welcome to Seeing Art History. Sandro Botticelli's Madonna of the Pomegranate might at first appear to simply be a charming image of the Virgin Mary and her son Jesus Christ. However, this majestic work visualizes a more complex and personal meaning. As a symbol of Christ's death on the cross, the pomegranate visualizes his sacrificial mission. We will examine how Botticelli united a solemn motif and glorious visual method to draw us into a devotional contemplation of how this child will suffer for the salvation of humanity. The Madonna of the Pomegranate is one of two circular paintings by the Renaissance artist Sandro Botticelli in the collection of the Uffizi Gallery, along with his Madonna of the Magnificat, which hangs nearby. The Madonna of the Pomegranate exemplifies Botticelli's exceptional approach to Christian devotional art. This work both visualizes a spiritual intimacy within the motif depicted and cultivates a spiritual connection between the sacred image and the presumed Christian viewer. Christ holds a pomegranate, which is partly opened to reveal its red seeds. Since these seeds resemble drops of blood, the pomegranate is a symbol of Christ's sacrificial death. This wounded fruit reminds the viewer that the child in Mary's arms will suffer for their sins. Holding this pomegranate, Christ embraces his sacrificial mission. This painting's circular shape is called a tondo. The tondo format was popular in Florence for devotional works, while the unbroken circular form evokes the eternal perfection of heaven. The tondo format also creates compositional challenges for the artist. The circular image keeps the viewer's eye constantly moving. Botticelli unites the painting's inherently active shape with a composition and a visual language that evokes stillness. This composition is organized along two lines. While the faces of the angels and the Virgin Mary are arranged like musical notes across the image, Christ and his mother are aligned vertically. In the Madonna of the Pomegranate, Botticelli has balanced his painting's compositional structure within the tondo format. If the tondo format generates a visual momentum that spiritually activates the motif, Botticelli guides the viewer's eye through this image with his use of line. Botticelli's line creates a poetic elegance and visual stillness that harmonizes the majesty of his sacred motif. Both the fluid character of the line itself and how that line functions within the composition visualizes a state of spiritual intimacy. The Madonna of the Pomegranate exemplifies Botticelli's use of line and composition to draw the viewer into a vision of refined beauty. The visual language of Botticelli's art cultivates for the viewer a heightened awareness of immediacy and closeness with a spiritual reality. In looking at the Madonna of the Pomegranate, we have considered how Botticelli achieves the devotional purpose of the tondo image through three specific means. The first is his use of symbolism. The pomegranate that Christ holds symbolizes his blood. Second, Botticelli advanced the devotional purpose of his work through the unity of his painting's tondo format and carefully designed composition. And third, Botticelli's visual language is characterized by a poetic and fluid line. a line that both spiritually unites the world within the image and also draws us into that sacred realm. This is one of the most eloquent works of Renaissance devotional art. Its poetic beauty both disguises and advances its sacred meaning. In Sandro Botticelli's Madonna of the Pomegranate, Christ presents us with the gift of his blood